It's not every day you get a chance to photograph cheese making by hand. And here I am at the Great Hill Dairy in Marion, Massachusetts. Get some good detail shots, that'll set the tone for things. The hardest part is always the same. How do you become invisible? How do you just become the fly on the wall and let the workers do their thing while you do yours? And that's pretty simple, really. Just take the photos. Less interaction. Look for interesting vantage points. Critical moments. Hey, how are you? Good morning. Well, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I am at the Great Hill Dairy in Marion, Massachusetts. And what do they do here, you might ask? Well, they make blue cheese. Check this out. And they're wrapping the cheese right now, and I got an awesome tour. I had no idea how involved making cheese actually is. Well, maybe that's because I really don't eat much cheese, but I can tell you one thing. It's all done by hand. I'm always looking for that photograph that has multiple layers of depth. Strong foreground elements with something happening in the background. There it is. While some days you end up at places where there just isn't enough time to photograph everything you want, and then there are others where waiting is what it's all about. Here I am at the Whaling Museum in New Bedford, Mass, and they're unloading this huge 1:1 scale blue whale heart made out of 2 pieces of fiberglass. Impressive piece of sculpture, educational piece, but you have to be patient. Bench and I, we became best friends by the time this thing was done. The problem was that the heart was still wrapped in plastic, so you really couldn't tell what it was. But still, there are always photos to be made. In a case like this, frame it so that you can put the sculpture in place. Where is it going? Where is it coming from? What is it? Well, we still don't know what it looks like now, do we? There was a lot of difficulties too in getting it into the building. And while your first instinct might be to just leave and come back, there's always the potential that the best photo is going to happen when you're not there. Put it in context. It came from a blue whale. That's what a blue whale skeleton looks like. I spent over 4 hours waiting for this thing to eventually be unwrapped with all its glory. And it was pretty impressive. And then just when you think it's done, sit around a little bit longer. And you end up capturing moments like this, when the science educator had to go in and put in some lights. Thanks for watching and see you next week.